All right. So we will get started. Again, thank you guys for pivoting to online tonight. This will just be like an extra class. And we'll just extend the 8 weeks. It's just, I was a little nervous with everybody driving, and this is just a lot safer. And isn't it cool that we get to do this? So, all right. So take a few moments. Again, you're in your space. Really wiggle anything out. Find a position that is super comfy for you. Again, you don't have to be laying down, right? You're in your own space. You can sit up. If you have something like a couch or chair around you and you want your legs up the wall, if you have a wall near you and you want to start with legs up there too, by all means. But I really want you to get nice and comfy for a few minutes here. And then for the next few moments, I just want you to focus on your breath. Really tune in and listen. Feel the breath as it enters the body. And then feel the out breath. And I want you to really focus tonight on the relaxation that happens with each exhale, the softening. And today is a really cool day to share space. It is Bell Let's Talk Day for mental health. So tonight's practice is all about grounding in, tuning into the present moment, finding that anchor, which is your breath. So again, feel that breath as it completely moves through the body, in and out. Your life is filled with too much busyness, too much hurry, too much stress. Just for a moment, let it all go. There are too many machines vying for your attention with rings, beeps, blinks, flags. And just for the next hour, focusing on tuning that all out, putting it all away, turning it all off, plugging back into you, resetting. Perhaps your body is a little tense with too much caffeine from the day or anxiety from the driving in the snow. And just for a moment, allow yourself to be quiet and calm and still. Thoughts rattle around in your head in a never-ending stream of words. But these thoughts are nothing but some sounds in your mind. You don't need to do anything about them right now. Just for a moment, let them be. And there is an urgent sense that you always must be doing something, that there are actions to take. But you will be able to get things done in a little while. You don't need to do anything about them for the next hour. And just for a moment, let it go. And again, this is your hour to just be, to root down, to come back to yourself, to your body, to your breath. And I invite you to just do nothing but breathe. Slowly allowing your inhales and your exhales to expand filling up the entire body here. Where can you send your breath where it feels stuck? Where you still feel tension and stress? And let's take that nice cleansing breath. Inhale deeply through the nose. Fill up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And really exhale, sigh it out, let it go. One more time if that feels okay. Inhale through the nose, filling up completely. And exhaling it all out, let it go. And with your next few breaths, when it feels comfortable for you, I invite you to bring in some movement back to the body. You can wiggle the fingers and the toes. And again, I invite you to find organic movement here. Maybe it's rolling out the wrists and the ankles or rocking the head side to side. Maybe you want to shrug your shoulders a couple of times. It's kind of the coolest thing about practicing in your own space because no one can see you. You can get out of your head, back into your body. And then in our next few breaths, if we're not already on the ground, we're going to make our way there nice, gently, and safely. And then we're going to find that big reach stretch. Again, a lot of options here. Arms can go overhead, legs can extend, or they can stay bent. You can reach nice and long. Or if that's not comfortable in the shoulders, just give yourself a nice big hug here. Allowing the spine to lengthen. Doing that as many times as you need. And then we're going to come back to center and we're going to hug both knees in towards the chest. Find that beautiful knees to chest pose here. And again, holding on the back of thighs, the shins. Maybe you want to rock side to side. Maybe you want to stay still. And then let's come back to center. We're going to find those nice big circles in the ceiling. Again, you can draw one big circle, massaging at that low back. Or maybe you want to open the knees, draw two big circles. Bringing movement into the hips here. Then we can unwind that in the opposite direction. And then let's bring our knees back to center. We're going to lower our feet down to the mat. We're going to set up for bridge pose. So walk the feet into where it's comfortable, hips and knees in alignment. And then as you exhale, let's really squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up towards the sky, any amount that's comfortable. Maybe if you're already a little bit more open, you want to tuck the shoulders underneath the body, making this bridge pose your own. Holding this for a few rounds of breath here. So again, if it becomes uncomfortable at all, just lower down. But envision squeezing those glutes together, lifting the hips up. Two more rounds of breath. And then on your next exhale, let's slowly roll that down one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. We're going to heel toe our feet closer together. And we're going to open up the knees. Let's find that Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose here. Now I'm going to give you an option. Hands can stay here, or maybe we place one hand on our belly, one hand on our heart center for a few breaths. Feel the breath as it enters the chest and the belly. Maybe you want to close your eyes for a moment. Again, tuning back into that anchor to the breath. Finding your center. Holding yourself in some loving kindness here. We're
going to exhale, gently let that go. Let's bring our hands to the outside of our legs. Let's close up our knees like a book, and let's windshield washer any of that movement away. Again, knees side to side. And maybe here you want to become big again, arms in cactus or T. You can hold the knees on one side or the other, or you can continue moving, flowing through here. Twists are always beautiful poses to hold if you're anxious, because it turns on the parasympathetic nervous system, which eases that fight or flight reaction in the body. And then when you feel ready, we're going to bring our knees back to center. We're going to reach the right of the left arm over the head. Let's roll over onto the right of the left side body. And let's press through our palm and make our way up into our seated pose to start. Again, you're at home if you need a block or a pillow or anything underneath you, or you can find any other version of seated that's comfortable for you. All right, let's find a couple shoulder rolls to start. Maybe you want to roll forward or back. Again, tonight's all about anchoring in, releasing tension and stress. Let's find a couple of those beautiful neck rolls. We're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Let's circle the chin towards the chest. Finishing the breath, left ear to left shoulder, and maybe we roll all the way around. Also noticing that that's not comfortable for everyone, so finding this. And then maybe you want to close your eyes or soften the gaze. One more in this direction. And then let's change the direction when you come back through center. Beautiful. One more full rotation. And then when you've finished meeting back in our neutral spine here, find that beautiful grounding breath. So fingertips towards the ground to start. Root in. Feel those sits bones rooted in. Even if you're sitting on something, I want you to feel that. Crown of the head towards the sky. And then as we inhale, let's fill up. Palms up, reach up. Maybe we look up. And exhale, chin to chest as we bring the fingertips back down towards the earth. Ground in. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, ground that down. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reach up. And then as we exhale, let's find that cactus back bend. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, elbows bent. Let's inhale, reach up to the sky. This time as we exhale, we're going to turn towards the right. Find a nice, just gentle supine twist. Again, fingertips cupped on the mat, nice tall spine. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist to the left. One more time on each side. Inhale, fill up. Exhale to the right. Inhaling through center. And exhale over to the left. Beautiful. Inhale back through center. Right hand comes down to the mat this time. Inhale, create that length of the spine, falling to the right, any amount, rooting both sits bones down, reaching that left arm nice and long, opening up the left side body. Always remembering that the option to bring it to the back of the head or to the low back is always there, especially if you're taking care of shoulders. Even if I don't cue it, know you can do it. Let's inhale back to center, left hand down, right arm extends. Again, inhale. And as we exhale, falling to the left this time. Beautiful. Let's inhale back through center. Give your body any movement you need before you make your way into tabletop pose. Again, take your time, set that up. Fingertips spread nice and wide, protecting the wrists here. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And then as you exhale, let's lower down into your cow. Round up into your cat back stretch. Flowing here for a couple rounds, just like this. Then we're going to add on, similar to what we did on Sunday. Finding 2 more rounds. Last round here. Let's come back to center. We're going to add on to our cat-cow. So we're going to walk our hands forward just a little bit here. Walk the knees back, almost coming into like that kneeling plank here. Legs can be a little bit wider apart, knees can be separated. On our exhale, we're going to lower our hips down. Find a messy upward facing dog or stand cow. And then as we exhale, round that spine up and back. Sit back into a child's. Inhale, roll that forward. And as you exhale, lower the hips or come into cow. Round it up. Find your child's. 2 more here, just like this. Again, coming into upward facing dog or cow. Round it back. Last time through here. Finding your variation. And this time as you exhale, let's run it back. Let's sit back into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees nice and wide. Fingertips can walk forward. Again, arms can be forward or back by the feet. Just really surrender into your child's pose here. And then maybe you want to rock the head side to side. Maybe you want to rock the hips a little bit. Always knowing you can give yourself movement anytime you need to. Let's come back through center. We're going to press into our palms. We're going to come back up to that neutral spine. Beautiful, find tabletop. We're going to inhale the right foot to the back of the mat. Let's round that knee and step that foot in between the hands. Let's rise up to our gentle low lunge. And hands can stay at heart or we can reach them up. We're going to find a gentle flow here. So we're going to inhale, bring our arms down, almost like you're scooping forward. Reach it up. Exhale, round that in, reach it up. Again, bringing lots of movement to the spine here. Round that down, reach it up. One more time. Find that low lunge. We're going to exhale, fold forward. Let's plant our hands. So fingertips cupped. We're going to tuck the left toes. Let's lift that left knee off the mat. Find runner's lunge here. Holding, creating strength. And then plant the hands. We're going to bring the right foot back to meet the left. Let's find our downward facing dog. Or again, you can stay in tabletop or you can find dolphin, any of those other ones that feel good. Pedaling out, finding movement. And then let's hold your variation of downward facing dog. We're going to inhale forward gently. Let's drop our knees back down to the mat, nice and slowly. Untuck the toes. And then as we exhale, left foot to the back of the mat this time. Round that knee in, step the foot in between the hands, rise up, low lunge on the other side. Let's find that flow again. Exhale, scoop it down, reach forward and up. Again, scoop it down, reach it up. 2 more. Last one. Reach that up here. And then again, exhale, fold forward. Fingertips cupped, tuck the right toes, lift that right knee off the mat. Rudder's lunge on the other side. We're gonna bend that right knee this time, bringing the right foot to meet the left at the top of the mat. Let's forward fold here, hang out. Bend the knees, torso rooted. Let the head and the neck go. We're gonna inhale up, halfway lift, flat back, hands on shins or thighs. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Let's slowly roll up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders up and back and down last. Meeting in our mountain pose. All right, let's find breath to start. Let's inhale up to the sky. Let's exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees, find your swan dive, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold, root down, rise up. Exhale, let's find mountain. All right, inhale up to the sky. Let's exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's plant the hands. Let's reach the left foot to the back of the mat. High on that ball mount, or you can lower the knee. Rise up to your variation of lunge or low lunge, arms wherever you would like. We're gonna exhale, hinge forward. Find those airplane arms. Palms down, fingertips reaching to the back of the mat. Let's exhale, lower that down, plant the hands, right foot meets left at the back of the mat. Find your variation of plank or kneeling plank, shoulders over those wrists. And then let's lower all the way down. Maybe that's knees, chest, chin. Maybe that's fully. Elbows into the rib cage. Inhale, roll that up. Cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, press yourselves up through your variation of plank. And then let's hinge it up. Find your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, round that knee and step the foot in between the hands. Hand to heel if you need to. High on the ball mound. Rise up. Crescent lunge or drop that knee. Or remember, you can come into warrior one. Exhale, hinge. Find those airplane arms again, building strength here. Beautiful. Let's fold forward, plant the hands, bend that left knee, left foot meets right at the top of the mat. Find your fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold, root down, rise up. Exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale to your halfway lift. On your exhale, fold, plant your hands right foot back this time, high on the wall mound, or find your variation here. Lunge. Exhale, hinge, airplane arms. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, left foot meets right. Find your variation of plank or kneeling plank. And then let's lower all the way down. Inhale, roll it up to your back bend. And then on your exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, press yourselves up through your variation of plank. And hinge it up and back, find downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg to the sky this time, three-legged dog. Round that knee and step that foot between the hands. Take your time, rise up to your lunge pose. Let's exhale, hinge, airplane arms. Let's plant the hands, bend that right knee, right foot meets left at the top of the mat. Find your fold. Inhale up halfway. On your exhale, fold. Root down, rise up to the sky. Exhale, climb mountain. Let's inhale up to the sky. Hands through heart center, let's lower down into our chair pose. You all know where you're going, belly button into spine, toes in front of the knees. We're nice and neutral here, so untuck the tail just a little bit. 2 more breaths. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale up to that halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, left foot back on a 45-degree angle. We're gonna rise up into warrior one. Again, maybe we keep our hands to our hips here. Square that off. Pull the left hip forward, right hip back. And then hands can stay here. Maybe we lift them up. Shoulders back and down. We're gonna add the arms and the legs in here. So we're gonna straighten that right leg, bring the arms down. Inhale, reach them up as we lunge back in. Beautiful, exhale, lower that down. Inhale, reach. 2 more times. Last time through. And then hold your warrior one. Let's exhale, open up, find warrior two. Again, heel toe, wherever you need to go. Shoulders back and down. Right palm up, little reach. Exalt your warrior. Inhale back. Warrior two. Straighten that right leg, kick out the left hip. Let's find our triangle pose. Again, left hand can always come here. Opening up the chest towards the sky, reaching those fingertips up as opposed to reaching down. So if this is where you are, that is perfect. Rising back up, find your warrior two. We're gonna cartwheel our arms, frame the front foot as we pivot that left foot. And then right foot meets left at the back of the mat. Find downward facing dog. Let's inhale that right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, let's round that knee in, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, reach that up. Exhale, round that in, or drop to tabletop. Beautiful, one more time, inhale, reach it up. Let's exhale, round that knee in, step the foot back in between the hands. High on the ball mound, or again, you can come back into warrior one. We're gonna play with balance a little bit here. So hands to heart center. Let's root through that right foot. Let's rise up, bring that knee towards the chest. If the toes come down, that's okay too. We're gonna open up that left knee. Let's find tree. And arms can stay here. I'm gonna move for instruction. Or you can reach your arms up. You can grow your branches if you like. I want you to really focus on the rooting down through that right foot. Maybe because you're by yourself, you can try closing your eyes. Testing the balance out here. I'm not doing that well. All right, hands are gonna come to heart center. We're gonna bring that knee back towards the chest. We're gonna flex the toes. Let's cross the left ankle below or just above that right knee. We're gonna lower down. Let's find standing pigeon or like a standing figure four. This is really uncomfortable. Just come back in a chair. Balance is a great way to test our grounding. Beautiful, one more balance pose. We're gonna rise up, bring that left knee towards the chest, flex the toes. And then we're gonna come into our warrior three. Again, come into any variation. Maybe you hinge all the way, or maybe you stay up here, toes on the mat. Arms can come out to either side. You can find those airplane arms again, or they can stay at heart center. And then we're gonna inhale, rise that all the way up. Find your standing. Shake it out. Let it go. All right, let's rinse it all out with a breath before we find that all on the other side. So let's inhale up to the sky. On your exhale, find your swan dive. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root down, rise up to the sky. Let's exhale down to our chair. Again, any amount here. Notice spine is neutral. Holding for a couple of breaths. And then as you exhale, let's fold forward. Let's inhale up halfway. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, reach the right foot back, this time on a 45-degree angle. Rise up, find your warrior one. Again, square the hips off. You might even want to move your feet further away if you're not as sturdy. And then let's find that flow. Let's exhale, hands down, straighten the knee. Inhale, lunge and reach. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, lunge. 2 more times. Last time through. Beautiful. Inhale, reach that up. Let's exhale, open it up, find warrior 2. Again, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Shoulders away from the ears. Left palm up a little, reach forward, exalt your warrior. Inhale back, warrior 2. Straighten that left leg, kick out that right hip. Find your variation of Trikonasana, triangle. Let's inhale, rise up. Find your warrior 2. All right, we're gonna cartwheel our arms, frame the front foot as we pivot that right foot. Let's bring the left foot back to meet the right. Find your downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, round that knee and shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, reach that up. Exhale, round it in. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, round that in, step that foot between the hands, high on the ball mat. Rising up, crescent lunge just for a moment. And then let's find that balance on the other side. So hands to heart center or to your hips or wherever you feel more stable. Rooting to the left foot this time. Rising up, bringing that knee towards the chest or toes on the mat. Let's open that up. Find your tree. Again, leg wherever you would like. Ooh, you can grow your branches. And again, maybe test your balance here. Maybe you close one eye or the other, or maybe both. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Let's close up that knee, flex the toes, cross that left ankle above the right knee, lower the hips down, find your standing pigeon. Let's inhale, reach that up, knee towards the chest, flex the toes. And then hinge, find your variation of warrior 3 on this side. Again, maybe you hinge forward, maybe you're up here. Just becoming that one long line of energy. Beautiful, let's lift that all the way up to standing, shake it out. Let it go completely. Maybe even grab a sip of water, as I always forget to cue that. Let's take a moment here. And then let's meet in our mountain pose. Again, shoulders back and down. Root the feet in. Palms can be forward, ready to receive, or maybe you want a more grounding, palms in. Shoulders back and down. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze here just for a moment. And I want you to feel the breath. Let's inhale through the crown of the head. Allow the breath to travel all the way down the spine and the legs. And as you exhale out the feet, ground in. Envision those roots growing from the feet here. Inhaling through the crown of the head. And exhaling out the feet. One more breath just like that on your own. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to slowly bat our eyes open if they're closed. We're going to inhale, reach up to the sky, palms together. And this time as we exhale, let's hinge at the hips. Let's bow in, bringing the hands all the way down. Find your fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root down, rise up to the sky one more time. Palms together. Hinge at the hips, bow in, find your fold. Let's inhale up halfway. On your exhale, fold. Let's plant our hands. We're gonna step back into our tabletop, and then we're gonna lower ourselves all the way down to our bellies. We're gonna find some back bending here. So a lot of different options. We're gonna start off nice and small, finding just those locust legs. So one hand over the other. We're gonna bring our forehead down on top of our hands. And again, traditionally you want your feet close together. That's not comfortable for everybody's low back. So moving the feet to where it feels comfortable. Rooting down. Again, tonight is about finding the anchor, finding the ground. Press that pubic bone down into the mat. You're going to feel the knees already lifting. And then as you exhale, lift just the legs off the mat, keeping the head down. On your exhale, let's lower the legs down. Give your body movement if you need. And then keeping our hands where they are. Again, root down this time to the pubic bone in the tops of your feet where your shoelaces are. And then on the exhale, let's lift the hands and the head off the mat. Or come into a nice gentle cobra. And then let's exhale, lower that down. Again, release completely, let it go. Coming into either one of those variations, or if you'd like to find locust, arms on either side of you, palms facing in, forehead neutral. Finding that root, your anchor, which is the pubic bone, press it down. And then as you exhale, maybe we lift the legs, the chest off the mat, find locust, or come back into any other variation of those back bends. Do what feels good for you. One more inhale. And then as we exhale, let's slowly lower down, right cheek down, left cheek up. And again, you can rock the hips. You can even bend the knees, sway the legs side to side. Let's inhale that forehead back to neutral. And again, you can find any of those variations. We're going to come into one last back bend. So if you'd like to come into locust, just a gentle cobra, whatever it is for you, root down. Before you exhale, rise up. On your exhale, lower that down, left cheek down, right cheek up this time. And again, maybe a nice rock side to side. Let's inhale the forehead back to neutral, hands underneath the rib cage. Press yourselves up and back. Find a child's. Narrow-legged or wide-legged. Arms can be forward or back. Let's inhale, press our hands. Let's come back up to our tabletop. Now we're going to come into either a supported side plank or a full side plank. It's completely your option. So we're going to bring the right toes off the mat, pivot the right foot. Right hand underneath the right wrist, or right wrist underneath the right shoulder. Left leg extends, left arm up. So that's your supported side plank. Or the right foot can come behind the left or on top of it. Find your full side plank. Just holding this for a couple of breaths, finding strength and stability here. And then we're going to circle that left arm around in either variation here. And we're going to make our way back to our tabletop, nice and gentle. Maybe you want to find a cat-cow. Maybe you want to rock the hips. And then we're going to set up for that side plank on the other side. So again, left foot off the mat, left toes tucked, left wrist underneath the shoulder, right leg extends, right arm up. Or left leg behind the right, or right foot on top of left. Any variation of your side plank here. Beautiful. We're going to circle that right arm around. Let's come back to our nice neutral spine. Find your tabletop. Give your body any movement that it requires. And then we're going to make our way onto our seat. We're going to come into our boat pose. So fleshy bits away, feet on the mat, knees are bent. Roll those shoulders back and down. And then allow the spine, while it stays nice and tall, to fall back here. Then a lot of you know your options. You can stay here. You can lift one foot off the mat and then the other. Maybe you lift both legs off the mat. Hands can stay behind the thighs. Or they can come out to either side. Palms up or in. Holding for 2 breaths. And then as we exhale, let's lower that down. Let's walk our feet in. Let's give ourselves a nice big hug. Round that chin in. Meeting that back in neutral, finding one more boat pose here. Again, set that up nice and strong. Lean back. Maybe you come into a different variation this time. Maybe you try to lift the legs off the mat this time. Maybe the arms extend, or maybe the legs lengthen as well. Again, finding your variation of boat. One more breath. And then as we exhale, let's slowly lower that down. Again, walk the feet in, give yourself a nice big hug. Beautiful, let's lower that down. Let's keep our feet on the mat. Knees are still bent. Arms are gonna come behind us if it's possible. Fingertips are gonna point towards the body. We're gonna roll the shoulder blades back and down. This is already going to open up the shoulders. This is enough for you. Stay here. If you'd like to add on a little bit more, walk the feet in just a tiny bit. We're going to find our reverse table. We're going to lift the hips up towards the sky, holding here. Or if you'd like to find even more, walking the feet forward so you're on the heels, finding your reverse plank. But again, any variation is perfect. And then wherever you are, we're going to slowly come out of this. You can lower that down and shake it out. Roll the shoulders. All right. So while we're in our seat, we're going to find butterfly. Knees out to either side. Soles together. Spine is nice and tall. And then let's exhale, hinge forward. Keeping that spine tall, or maybe you want to round that in. Let's inhale, gently rise up out of that. Let's close our legs up like a book. And then let's lengthen them out. Again, fleshy bits away. Maybe you want to tap your legs out a little bit here. Give your legs some love. Maybe you want to just find some movement. And let's start in our nice tall staff pose. So again, just like we're in mountain, shoulders back and down. Shoulders are over the hips. Knees can be bent here. They never have to be straight. Rooting down. And then on your exhale, walking the hands forward. Finding that seated forward fold, rounding in any amount that feels comfortable for you. Let's inhale, gently roll this up. Beautiful. We're going to make our way to the middle of the mat. Let's bend our knees. Let's roll ourselves all the way down, hugging the knees in towards the chest here. Maybe you want to rock it out. Let's come back to center. Let's hug the left knee in. Let's let the right leg out long, or that knee can stay bent. And maybe we find a little rock here, side to side. A little back, last bit of movement in that hip. Let's inhale back to center. Let's allow the left foot to come down to the mat, keep the knee bent. And then the left knee falls to the left, finding that supine tree. Settle in here. Maybe you want to roll the shoulders under. Again, maybe your hands come back to your belly or your heart. Maybe they come beside you. Let's bring that left hand to the outside of the left knee. Let's bring that left knee up. Extending that left leg out long if that's comfortable. Let's hug the right knee in this time. And then again, maybe you find that little rocking motion side to side or stay still. Let's come back to center. Drop that right foot this time, right knee bent, and allow the right knee to fall to the right. Find that supine tree on the other side. Allowing the arms to go wherever you would like. Settling in here. Bringing that right hand to the outside of the right knee, closing that up. Let's bend the left knee, meet the right. Let's come back up to that knees bent pose here. Arms can go into cactus or T. And this is where I want you to make the practice your own. On our next breath, we're going to allow the knees to fall to the left, any amount. And I want you to find the supine twist that feels good for you. So maybe it's one knee stacked over the other. Maybe you want to cross the legs here. Maybe you want to extend the top leg. Just make sure both shoulders are rooted. And find what feels good for you. Finding about 5 more rounds of breath on this side. As slowly inhale our knees back to center, reset the spine, give yourself a little bit of a rock. And then again, set that up, make this your own on the other side, and maybe it's a little bit different on each side. Maybe one side needs a little bit, something more than the other. Letting that beautiful breath travel up and down the back of the spine. Finding 3 more rounds, inhales and exhales. And then when you feel ready, gently coming back to center, giving yourself any movement, pose, or posture you need before you make your way into what feels like rest for you. Again, take your time. And rest never has to look the same. Again, you're in your own space, adding in blankets or pillows or walls, anything you need. And then when you've arrived in rest, we're really going to try to relax the entire body here. So as you inhale, I want you to scrunch the eyes up, scrunch the face, create tension. And as you exhale, feel the entire face and the eyes soften. On your inhale, I want you to scrunch the shoulders up towards the ears, any amount. Again, tension in the body. And as you exhale, allow them to come back and down. Inhale, clench the fists. Create those big, strong fists. Feel the hands. And exhale, let the fingers out. Release all that tension. We're going to do that in the toes. As you inhale, scrunch the toes together, point the toes, creating that tension in the feet. And as you exhale, let it go. Let's take that nice breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And exhale it all out, completely soften. Relax and let go. Feel the inhale and the exhale. Coming back into the relaxation that happens with each out breath. Knowing that you can call in this amount of calmness anytime you want. You just need to tune in and breathe. allowing your inhales and your exhales to lengthen once again. And then knowing that you are in your own space, you can stay in your rest as long as you like. If you'd like to invite movement back in, finding that slowly and gently, and maybe it's just moving one finger at a time. Then you can expand your movements when it feels right. Finding maybe that nice rock of the head. And giving your body any last bit of movement it needs. And then in your next few breaths, gently bending your knees, placing your feet on the mat, reaching the right or the left arm over the head, rolling over onto the right or the left side body, pausing. And then pressing through your palm and making your way up into your seated lotus pose. Let's close with that grounding breath again. Now again, you can stay in Shavasana, but let's bring our fingertips towards the ground. Let's inhale, reach up, fill up. And exhale, bring the hands all the way back down. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, bring that all down. This time, inhale, fill up. Exhale, all that beautiful energy you've created down to your heart center, bowing into your own amazing love and light that lives inside you all the time. The highest in me sees and honors the highest in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me virtually this evening. Hope you have a lovely night. You're all safe and sound. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Laura.